and welcome. My name is Charyl, and I want to thank you for joining me today. So for this flow, we will be playing with Sun Salutations A, B, and C, and we will tweak them a bit to focus on spinal mobility. So we will be moving the spine in all 6 directions, forward and back, right bend, right twist, left twist. So we'll get straight into it. Come to stand in Tadasana at the top of your mat. So find your position of your feet. You can have them together, under your hips or wider. You know what feels good in your body, but whatever you've decided on, build your pose first. We want to start with a strong foundation. So arches of the feet are lifted, grounding down through big toe mound, pinky toe mound, and center of your heel. Engaging your legs, firm up your thighs to lift the kneecaps up, and then roll your thighs in and back ever so slightly. Tailbone is reaching down towards the floor, lengthening the spine like someone has a little hook on the crown of your head pulling you up. Shoulders stacked over your hips, arms down by your side, palms face forward, chin parallel to the floor. Once you've built your pose, take a nice cleansing breath. So inhale fully into your belly, diaphragm, and your chest. And then exhale, let everything go. On your next inhale, sweep those arms up and overhead. Find extended mountain, Urdhva Hastasana. And as you exhale, bend your knees as much as you need to and come to a forward fold. Uttanasana. Release the crown of your head to the floor. Shake it out if that feels good. On your next inhale, find a halfway lift. Long spine. Your hand can come to your shins or the floor, but just lengthen the crown of your head forward. Exhale, fold forward. Good. Root to rise, circle sweep, come right back up, extended mountain. Exhale, come back to your forward fold. Good. Come back to your halfway lift, long spine. As you exhale, plant your hands down and then step back to a downward facing dog, and then lower your shins and come to a tabletop. Once you come to your tabletop, build the pose. Index fingers facing forward. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, hands or shoulders distance apart. See if you can get the weight even across your hands. So try not to dump into the heel of your hand, still pressing into the first knuckles and even into the fingertips. Hug the elbows in towards the midline. Knees are hips distance apart and your hips are stacked over them. Go ahead and tuck your toes for this. So the arms are firm, right? So the triceps are engaged, and hug the arms in. Draw the belly in. So notice if you kind of just dump into your joints. Good. From here, in a very active tabletop, do 1 round of cat-cow. So as you inhale, lower your belly, take your gaze forward and up. Tailbone comes up towards the sky. Exhale, find a cat, round it out, and then stay in your cat. Tailbone reaching towards the floor. No tension in your neck. Let your head be heavy. Really spread those shoulder blades apart. We're going to come back to a cow, but slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time, starting with the pelvis. So start to lift your pelvis up. Everything else stays the same. Neck is still loose. You're still spreading your shoulder blades apart. Tip your tailbone up, and then 1 vertebrae at a time, very slowly start to release into your cow as you release your belly. Making your way up to your mid-back. When you get to your upper back, arms stay straight as your chest sinks towards the floor. The last thing to come up will be the neck, but lift your chin forward and then up, forward and up, and don't crank into the back neck. Yeah, and then arrive here in your cow. Coming back to the cat, starting from the pelvis, so stay here, everything is arched, and then tuck the pelvis towards the floor, and then same thing, 1 vertebrae at a time, very slowly start to round your back, starting with the low back, making your way up through the mid-back, getting to the upper back, shoulder blades are spreading apart. Last thing to release is the neck, crown of the head towards the floor, and you're back in your angry cat. Release. Good. Making our way back to our cow, starting with the neck this time. So lift the chin forward and up. Don't crunch. And then slowly, arms stay straight as you start to release your upper back. One vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. Take your time. Really connect your mind to your body, your spine, what you're feeling. Making your way through. And it might feel like the signals are a little staticky, and that's okay. The more you do it, the clearer the signals become. Come back to your cow. Good. And then just come right back to that neutral tabletop. Bringing the spine back into a straight alignment. Untuck your toes and then inch your knees a little bit closer together. Send your hips back towards your heels. Come to a child's pose. Then start to creepy crawl your fingers to the short edge of your mat. So as you fold forward, sending your hips towards your heels, and just finding a little bit of extra space in the shoulder joints as well as the side body. Once you've found your max, take a deep breath. Feel your rib cage expand. And then exhale, soften. Good. Shift forward, come to a modified plank. Weight even between your hands. Hips are in front of your knees, shoulders stacked over your wrists. Watch the belly, right? Draw the belly in. You want a nice long spine. And then bend your elbows straight back, lower all the way to your belly in one piece. Use your next inhale. Find your back bend. Little baby cobra, maybe a little bit bigger. Maybe it's more of a teenager than a baby. And then lower back down. Hug your elbows in close towards your rib cage. We're coming to our downward facing dog, so you can get there how you like. You can go through child's pose or tabletop, or you can tuck your toes and press yourself up to high plank. And then pike the hips and arrive in down dog. And once you arrive in your downward facing dog, it's our first down dog of the practice. So do whatever movements you feel like you might need to do if you feel like you need any. You might crave stillness. But don't overthink it. Just have that little conversation with your body. You can make waves. You don't have to. Let your body dictate what movements need to be made. And then get your wiggles out. Then find stillness. So reach the heels down towards the floor. They don't have to touch. That doesn't matter. We're just looking for the direction of travel. And then engage the legs. You can keep your knees bent if you need them to be. Hips are piking up. Push the floor away. Don't dump into your shoulders or your wrists. Release any tension in your neck. Take your breath. Let it go. Good. On your next inhale, lift your heels, gaze forward, bend your knees, come to the top of the mat. So however you arrive, multiple steps, giant step, hopping, floating, crawling, whatever, come to your forward fold. Once again, bend your knees as much as you need them to be. And then root to rise, come to stand, extended mountain. But pause here, stay for the exhale and build your pose. Firm the legs, root down through the feet. Good. Support the spine, engage your corset muscles, and then grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand and plant your right foot firmly into the floor. Reach up, trying to separate your left ribs further away from your left hip, and then take a side bend to the right. Good. Stay for another breath. Inhale. Still reaching, lengthening. Exhale. Still bending. Then come right back up through center. And then switch, grab a hold of your right wrist, and then plug that left foot firmly into the floor. Reach, 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 get really tall. And then as you exhale, take your bend to the left. Take one more breath. As you inhale, continue to lengthen your spine. And then as you exhale, continue to bend. Come right back up through center. Release your wrist, both arms, fingers reaching up. And on your next exhale, have a seat in a chair. Utkatasana. Bend your knees, lower your hips. Keep your spine nice and straight if you can. And then on your next exhale, hinge forward. Come back to that forward fold. Release the crown of your head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to a plank. Then make your way through your vinyasa. So if you're on your toes, shift forward, bend the elbows straight back, and then decide if you want to do a chaturanga. Maybe you're not ready for that, you go to the belly. Take your back bend. cobra or an up dog. Arriving back in a downward facing dog. And reset here, push the ground away, no tension in your neck, hips lift. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands. If you get stuck halfway, cool, just grab the ankle, step it through, and then lower your back knee. Rise up, find Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Good. You can allow that back hip to drop forward a bit. Don't compromise and dump into the low back though. So keep the low back lifted, yeah, but leaning forward. If you'd like, we're going to play with some side bending here. This is kind of a balanced challenge. So if having the toes tucked, the back toes tucked is helpful, go for that. Continue to lift up, right, towards the sky. And then on your next exhale, the left arm stays lifted. The right arm lowers down, and then take your side bend to the right. So maybe your hand floats. Maybe you find a block. Maybe you touch the floor. Stay for another breath. Inhale. Exhale. So just like we did standing, we're doing it again now on our knees. Rise back up, both arms up and overhead. Good. Hinge forward, frame your front foot with your hands, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and then send your right leg back, come to chaturanga. And then make your way through. So find your back bend. And then we'll meet in a downward facing dog. Heels reaching down, hips lifting up. Take a moment and check in with your right side body versus your left side body. And on your next inhale, your left leg will lift. Step it through. Lower your back knee, rise up to find your Anjaneyasana. Good. Settle in. On your next inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, stay lengthened, but the left arm lowers, right arm stays up, and take a little side bend to the left. Once again, explore. Maybe your hand hangs. Maybe you touch a block. Maybe you possibly can touch the floor. Don't compromise reaching the floor and collapse. Keep lifting the spine and then bending the spine and breathing. Use those obliques. Pull yourself right back up. Both arms up and overhead. Good. Hinge forward. Frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Step your left foot back. Come to a chaturanga. Find your back bend. Come back to your downward facing dog. Take a full breath here. Just reset. Just observe and notice. Heels lift when you're ready, gaze forward. Good, make your way to the top. However you arrive, maybe you jump, maybe you step, maybe you handstand hop. And then come back to chair. Bend your knees, lower your hips, arms up. Good, as you inhale, let the spine get longer, and then exhale, keep the spine long and just sit just a little bit deeper. Good. Rise up, come back to that extended mountain. And then interlace your fingers behind your neck. So still firming, strong mountain, engage the legs. Inhale, lengthen. You're going to be like a whole, maybe like 3/4 of an inch taller. As you exhale, take a twist to the right. Leave your hips facing forward. Twist from the belly button up towards the right. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, take your twist to the left. And come right back through center. Arms reach up. Exhale, take your forward fold. At the bottom of your exhale, step your right foot back and then lower your back knee. Come to this low runner's lunge. Frame your front foot with your hands. You can use blocks if that's helpful from collapsing down. But we want the spine nice and long. Activate the legs. So notice if you're kind of just hanging out and they're dumping. Squeeze your inner thighs in towards each other. Good. Right hand plants down. And then take a twist over your front leg. Left arm reaches up. Good. Inhale, continue to lengthen your spine. We're not collapsing. Exhale, continue to deepen your twist. Option to look up to the fingers. Stay twisted, but rise up to your revolved low lunge. And then same thing. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, deepen your twist. Cartwheel your arms back down, frame your front foot with your hands, and then send your left leg back. So left knee meets right, hips stay high, knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Vinyasa. Lower your chest and your chin down to the floor. Pull yourself through, find your back bend. Make your way back to your downward facing dog. Good, once you arrive in your down dog, reset, take a breath. Let it go. On your ready, lift your right leg up. Yeah, step your foot in between your hands, lower your back knee, come to this low runner's lunge, long spine blocks if you need them. Good, left hand comes down, take that twist over your front leg. Don't lose engagement of the thighs, squeeze them in. Press your left hand on whatever it's on, the floor or a block as you twist. And breathe. Stay twisted, rise up, find your revolved lunge. Twist it on the other side, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Cartwheel the hands down, frame your front foot with your hands. Tuck the back toes, if not tuck, lift the back knee, and then step the back foot forward. Come right back to that forward fold at the top of your mat. Root to rise. Come to stand, extended mountain. Exhale, take your forward fold. Pause here in your forward fold. Bend deeply into your left knee. And then place your left hand directly up under your face, either on a block or the floor, and then take your twist to the right. Send the right arm up. And release your right hand and then switch. So bend deeply into your right knee, plant the right hand down, and then take your twist to the left. And release your left hand to the floor. Step your left foot back and then lower the back knee. Come to that runner's lunge. Pause here. Take your right hand and place it on the inside of your right foot. So you're in like a narrow, it's like a lizard lunge, it's just not as wide. And then press your right hand firmly into the ground as you twist to the left. So here we're doing an open twist instead of a closed twist. Stay twisted, open, and then rise up, arms out to the side. So we're in an open twisted low lunge. Breathing. Opening up, maybe even that back hip comes forward a little bit more. Cartwheel your hands down, frame your front foot with your hands, and right knee goes back. Right meets left, knees, chest, chin. Take the vinyasa and pull yourself through. We'll meet in our downward facing dog. Pause in your down dog for reflection. Notice your right side and your left side. And when you're ready, your left leg will lift. Inhale. Good. Step your foot in between your hands, lower your back knee, come to that low runner's lunge. Lengthen your spine. Left hand comes to the inside of your left foot. take the twist to the right. Try not to collapse on the side body as you twist. Staying twisted, rise up. Opening, twisting to the right this time. Cartwheel your hands down, frame your front foot, tuck your back toes if not tucked, lift the back knee, step the back foot forward, come to your forward fold. Good, and then root to rise, come to stand. Bring your hands in prayer at heart center. Pause here for a moment. Just check in with how you're feeling, how your spine feels now versus the beginning of the sequence. Good, and then lift your heels and come to the balls of your feet. Slowly, with control, start to bend your knee as we lower the hips down. So eventually we'll arrive at a little toe stand. See if you can keep those heels nice and high. There's no rush. In these situations, momentum is not a friendly thing. And then once you hit your bottom, notice if your legs separated. That's cool. Just bring them back together if you can. And then see if you can get your thighs parallel to the floor. Still keeping the shoulders stacking over your hips. Nice. And then in your own way, make your way onto your bottom. So maybe it's as easy for you to just tap it down. Maybe you plop. Maybe you need to use your hands. But arrive at a boat. Yeah. Good. Breathing. You decide. You can keep your knees bent. Maybe you're like, I like spice, and you want them straight. You know, do your thing. But breathe wherever you are. On your next exhale, make your way down to a low boat, straightening the legs if they're bent. Stay with your breath. Good. And then just release your legs, your arms, your shoulders to the floor. Send your arms, up and overhead. Good. And then from here, start to walk your feet over to the right. So leave your pelvis facing forward. Just walk the feet over until your body tells you to stop. And then start to inch your shoulders to the right until your body tells you to stop. And you're making yourself into a little banana. And then just take a couple of breaths here. Inhale. Notice where you're holding on a lot, like maybe for life, and then see if you can exhale and soften. Now start to walk your feet back to center first. And then inch your shoulders back to center first. And then just pause here. And once again, just checking in with the right and the left. And when you're ready, start to walk the feet over to the left. Hips stay where they are. When your body says stop, do the shoulders. Inch them over. Making a little banana on the other side. And then same thing, using the breath here. Just inhale, notice where you're holding on, like a lot, like you're taking a lot of effort to hold on. And then exhale, just see if you can soften somewhere. Walking your feet back to the center. And then walking your shoulders back to the center. And release your arms down by your side, palm face down, and then bend your knees and bring the soles of your feet on the floor and inch your heels in closer to your body and a little bit wider than your hips. So we're going to come into Setu Bandhasana bridge pose. So pressing down in through your heels and your hands, and then lift your hips, roll up the length of your spine. So when you reach your top, your end, the weight's mostly in the back of your neck and your shoulders. So take whatever variation of bridge that you want here. You can stay here. This is more than adequate as enough. If you want a little bit more and you have more juice to give, you can inch your shoulder blades together up under you, possibly interlacing your fingers and pressing the pinky edge of your hands into the mat, or maybe even going for grabbing a hold of your ankles. So do you, boo. If you're in some kind of bind, just release the bind, and then slowly take your time, start to release your spine and your pelvis back to the floor. Once you hit the bottom, just pause here for a second. Let your back kind of resettle. And then stack your knees over your hips. Arms out by your side. Let your knees drop over to the right. Taking a gentle spinal twist. Come back through center. And then let your knees fall over to the left. Come back through center. And then bringing your hands to the front of your shin, making yourself into a tight little ball. So choose whatever Apanasana wind relieving pose you like. You can stay right here and just hug your thighs onto your belly. If you're up for it, you can lift the shoulders and the neck and just wrap the arms around yourself. Give yourself a hug. And then when you're ready, release. Feet back to the floor, extend the legs out long, arms out wide by your side, palm face up. If there is anything else that you feel like you need before Shavasana, take it. Otherwise, inch those shoulder blades just a teensy bit together, give your chest a little bit of lift. Take one more final breath with me and hold it at the top. So inhale fully. And then hold. Then on your next exhale, when you're ready, open your mouth side out, release. Either shut down your eyes or soften your gaze. Let go. Your body knows how to breathe. You don't need to control it. See if you can just observe your thoughts. Trust the floor completely to hold you. Release your muscles, even the ones on your face, your fingers and toes. I invite you to stay in Shavasana for as long as you are willing and able to do so. Thank you so much for choosing to practice with me today. It truly is an honor. The light in me sees, honors, and respects the light in you. Namaste. If you enjoy flowing with me, please like this video and subscribe to my channel so you'll be the first one to know when I release a new class. For access to my full library of pulse tutorials and continuously growing full-length classes, subscribe to Phoenix Fitness Yoga on Demand. Just click the link in the description to learn more. Namaste.